Okay, so you use the term geospatial skills, which I appreciate, and that's sort of a larger universe of a thing that something called GIS is involved in. And some of you may have heard of GIS and maybe not, but it stands for Geographic Information Systems. And geographic information systems use computers and data and all kinds of different information and software and analysis packages, and they allow us to take data, um, capture it, and store it. And it's data about the key to the data is that it has location information in it. So we capture this data, and once we do, we can build maps and other kinds of presentations with it, and we can do analysis on it, and we can come up with new kinds of information. So it's all part of a bigger universe of geospatial technologies, which include things like remote sensing, the GPS satellite system, all kinds of satellite systems that NASA has in space, transportation systems. All of these things are involved with geospatial technologies. So GIS is sort of the core of all of it. That's where everything comes together. So next slide, please. So the thing about GIS is it works with what's called Tobler's first law of geography. And that law basically says that everything's related to everything else, but near things tend to be more related than things that are far apart. There are lots of reasons for that. They have to do with geography, they have to do with and the way that populations and different things cluster according to geography and terrain. But over, what the bigger trends are that things that are closer together tend to be more similar. Languages are more similar locally than they are distant. Species tend to be, locally, you'll have a similar groups of species, but as you move away, you get into different things. And it really works in all kinds of venues. So what GIS does is it takes information about where things are at, and it looks at what's around them. And then you can use analysis on those different types of information, and you can create new information. And that's the really powerful part of it. And that's called geospatial information or data.